shouldn't look like a flag to me.
No, I agree.
I'd like to ask a question,
Sure.
seeing as I'm a taxpayer here. How many parks are enough?
Well, I don't know, we're just talking about Boulevard Park tonight, though, Mr. Cook.
Currently,
So-
we have 48 parks, 855 plus acres. And I counted right off of the map there. Again, I go back to how many is enough and how are you gonna pay for it?
Okay.
And when I called you last Friday, I told you about, you can fly a 747 down Coon Rapids Boulevard. There's currently 63 vacant offices down there and businesses. You know, I wouldn't call you and have a little discussion. In fact, you got quite irritable with me the other day. In fact, you made the comment, "Are you threatening me?" And I said, "No. Children and gangsters do that, and I am neither." Let's go. I just
Thank
want
you,
to know
Mr.
how you,
Cook.
that's fine. I just want to
Thank
know
you.
how you're going to pay for it. Tell me that. Where's the money coming from?
We're doing it out of the park bond referendum yet.
The park fund referendum was to repair the parks. This is an additional new park. I don't think that's legal.
Okay, good. Thanks, Mr. Cook. So,
What do you need from us?
Well, and so I think what we can do is, obviously there's a lot of discussion on this board. I guess what I'm hearing is we can kind of work with the motif actually of what that looks like. One thing we can do too, from a budget perspective, is there's a lot of costs in concrete with this. It's like $100,000. To the extent we tighten things up a little bit, maybe even pull a few elements out, I think the budget number will come down fairly quickly. We can get some more information about ongoing costs, especially for the surface and the splash pad, and kind of come back with more information to both council and Parks Commission.
When you work on the motifs, like just tell me.
Okay. I said let's play.
Maybe this no plan,
Sure, yeah, we'll just,
maybe this was discussed at some of the meeting, but just from looking at this, I can't tell what all these little component pieces are.
yeah.
It looks like, are those woods up in the top middle?
Yeah,
Climbing trees?
the idea is each of these little subsections over here are kind of age appropriate stations. So you've kind of got, your 2 to 4 year old little pod and your 5 to 8 year old, and so they're trying to do some of that. These are just swings and these are just other little elements to the park.
Because in my experience, being a grandma now, and going to these parks, you either have a big area, which kids are gonna want anyway.
Yeah, right.
Or if they're little enough to stay in the little area, you want it to be more compact so you can see them.
You can watch
don't want them
everything.
running to all these different.
Yep, and that's one possibility that actually Tim even talked to me about
To
something
close
this
it up,
afternoon
yeah.
is, you can pull in, make it one more or less continuous structure, and you can have some of these more age appropriate wings to the mega structure, I guess. That's.
Or areas are good, but not all those individual.
Sure.
But I like that there's benches around so you can watch the kids. And then even with the gazebo, you can be in the shade and get a general sense.
Yeah.
And that'd be too fun.
Okay, so because that's a big component everybody generally feel like a gazebo or at least some major shading structure is important?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Especially if like for families, I mean, look at the cost of those umbrella type
Yep.
ones, canopies, because if you could put a couple of those around.
Sure. Yep, I know what you're talking
Because there's just no shade there.
about. There isn't, and it's right on that, you get blasted all day.
Which would be nice for a
Mr.
lot.
Mayor, I have another question I'd like to ask.
Congratulations. No, thanks, Mr. Cook.
Yeah, thank.
I'd like to ask
I
another
never
question.
heard.
No, I'm not interested.
Well, I'm interested because I'm paying for it.
Yeah, okay.
At least I've never filed bankruptcy.
Mr. Cook, we're running a workshop.
That's
here
right,
about these
and I
things.
pay your large salary. I think I have a right to make a comment.
No,
Here's a
you
novel.
don't.
You
Oh,
actually don't,
quiet.
Mr. Cook. You actually don't.
Yes,
We have
I
to have
do.
you removed.
Because this is a workshop, we don't have to let you guys talk at all. He was just doing that as a courtesy. So you don't have that right.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's all I need on that one. You know, one thing, just